is Smeed. I'm from Chinook, Kansas, and I play original Americana country influenced folk music.
Nice. It's a interesting combination of music styles there. Is that from the stuff you were listening to growing up that you got all those inspirations?
Yeah, I grew up listening to like Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard and Van Morrison.
Nice.
So I immediately loved country, like old country music for the most part. And from there, you know, I just started hearing different stuff. Tom Waits came into the picture, which I really love Tom Waits. He's experimental. He takes a country song and slams anvils and throws stuff through windows, and so.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's an awesome entertainer.
Yeah.
Who would you say? I mean, you mentioned some of those people. If you had to narrow down a few like major influences, who else would you name? Well,
my absolute favorite would probably have to be Tom Waits and Tom Waits. I really like Guy Clark. I'm a big fan of Guy Clark. Townes Van Zandt. So those three would probably be on my top. And I really like hip hop as well.
But interesting.
I like Outkast, like the old Outkast stuff, and Nas and Notorious B.I.G. So
kind of a little all-around musical culture there for you.
I try to listen to it all. Yeah. So I like some metal too.
Oh, hey, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Have you thought was country the style of music that you have always kind of leaned towards? Have you ever tried maybe going rock or experimenting in that area?
Yeah, I mean, I like to go a little more rock. Since I moved back here, I've been definitely more steeped in I've really liked the way bluegrass grooves work, and so I've actually kind of more leaned towards like bluegrass and just like songs about kind of the common thing, like jobs and working and dogs and drinking and you know.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I would love to rock eventually. But right now I'm pretty much into the countrified. You know.
Hey, nothing wrong with
stuff
that.
People can stomp to.
Yeah. Hey, as long as it's good music, that's all that counts. Now, what about a band? Do you have a backing band that plays with you?
Yeah, my buddy Justin, he jetted when he saw the camera. He plays bass with me, and we're on the road. We've been on the road for about a month now. And then around my hometown, I have a band with pedal steel player, drums and bass, and we play around the Kansas City, Missouri area. So yeah, I have a band.
Nice.
But it's kind of hard to bring a band out on the road, you know.
Yeah.
I'd love to eventually. Maybe.
Now you're talking about the Kansas City area. How was that for an up-and-coming musician like yourself? How's the scene for you?
It's been really nice. Knucklehead Saloon has been more than helpful. Like, that's my kind of main place that I play is Knucklehead Saloon. And it's a beautiful venue. It's like an old roadhouse with a train that goes by. So that's kind of been my... Lawrence has been really good too. I've been playing at Lawrence, you know, Lawrence, Kansas, like the Bottleneck, and you know.
Man, that place, if those walls could talk in that place.
I know. It's a cool place.
Yeah, definitely. It's got a really nice vibe to it.
So, yeah, it's been great, and I kind of have like a second home out in Massachusetts. So out there, they're really good to me too, like on the East Coast area, Northeast. So that was actually where I kind of got started. Out in that area. So.
Do you, on that subject of getting started, do you remember what point in your life where you were like, man, this is what I want to do for a career? I want to be a musician.
Yeah, I guess like 10 years ago. Yeah, I had some stuff kind of get in the way, and but yeah, about 10 years ago, and then I really started to get serious about a year ago. Like say, okay, I'm going to start traveling and see what happens.
And do you write all your own stuff?
Yeah, I write all my own stuff. I like to throw in an occasional John Prine cover or Guy Clark or something like that. But for the most part, I write all my own tunes. Put out 3 albums independently.
Yeah, that was kind of going into my next question, was talking about the albums and how those have affected your career with people buying those, and have you started working on anything new?
Yeah, I'm actually, the reason I'm kind of playing right now and touring is to write new tunes and get the idea of how I want to make the next album, because I really actually don't know how to make the next album. With technology the way it is, you can record stuff at home. You know, you could come into a big area like this and set up microphones and possibly get something that sounds good. So I'm not sure yet, but I'm definitely working on new tunes every day.
Nice. So have you got kind of like a rough estimate when you want to try and have some new stuff out for the fans?
Yeah, I'd like to have it out. I mean, I'd really like, if all goes well, January.
Nice.
That would be really, that's my goal, but we'll see. I mean, hopefully.
Figuratively, but in all logic, it'd probably be early spring.
Probably.
With setbacks and whatnot.
But I've got a great, I've got a guy that does all the, he's going to design the cover, and we've got it kind of halfway started. But really, I want to make sure I put out a really good album. So
something that well represents your music.
Yes, especially in the time that I'm in now. Because I think all the other 3 albums really did a good job with that. I recorded the band completely live in the studio for my very most recent album. And it was really fun. We just let loose and played one take, no overdubs, and yeah, it was really fun. But so I want to like make sure it's good. So I'm okay with waiting.
Nice.
And playing live's so much fun anyway. I mean,
that's where it's at though.
Yeah.
Live. Yeah, definitely. Now, on the subject of playing live, what are your upcoming tour dates? Where can the fans catch you over the next couple of weeks?
Well, tomorrow, right now we're in Hutchinson. I guess we're all aware of that. And I'm playing right now at Gallery 7, which is right through this magic door. And I'm playing at the District Acoustic Cafe tomorrow with a guy, Bob Colliday's band's going to be opening up the evening. Simon Du Garfunk, I believe, is the name of their band. And then Cottonwood Falls, the Emma Chase Cafe, Knucklehead's Retro Lounge, and all kinds of places in between.
Basically just keeping yourself really busy with the touring aspect.
Yeah, it's been a great tour. We've been all the way out to, we made it all the way to Vegas, and I played House of Blues, and been on the road for close to a month. And
nice. Has there been any particular city that kind of stands out in your mind as maybe like, man, that's one of the best shows we've done on the tour so far?
Well, last night was a lot of fun in Eureka Springs. They've all been really good. I mean, seriously, they've all been extremely different, and they've all been really fun. So I couldn't even say, I mean.
Definitely walking away from this tour with a lot of memories.
Oh yeah, some really funny ones.
Nice.
I probably can't mention.
Maybe some song inspirations when you're done with this.
I would think so.
Nice.
If I can't get a song out of 3 weeks of traveling, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't write a song.
Let's talk a little bit about the social network sites out there like Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. How has those things kind of affected your career?
Well, Facebook is really helpful. I think Facebook is great. I'm not an over-abuser of Facebook, but it's great to, jet out when you're playing. And it's great to actually meet people that, I guess it took the place of MySpace, I suppose. That's what people say.
Yeah.
And so Facebook has been great. The internet altogether, like mailing lists. I don't know how else I'd get a hold of people. And, but still, it seems like what you guys are doing is just as important, and probably even more in a smaller town. I feel like people still like to read something, and still open up something and like, look. I still like to look and see who's playing where. I mean, that's my choice still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you right there.
You know,
definitely.
So
Yeah.
so getting press releases out is just as important to papers and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have a humongous radio, or following altogether yet.
Yet.
So,
Hey, you're doing the right thing. You're taking it slow. You're taking it step by step, and not jumping into it. And when musicians do that, I always say, hey, that's the right way to do it, because you don't want to be a one-hit wonder, a flash in the pan. You want people to actually remember you.
no.
And,
Yeah.
you want to have a legacy to go with your name, and not just, oh yeah, that was one song.
Yeah, and the people I like, the people I like have developed a following without, mainstream appeal.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I'm kind of, maybe it's a romantic way of thinking, but I just like that.
Nice. Now, any last comments you want to toss in? Because I think we're good.
No, I appreciate what you guys have done, and come see a show.